Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Today guys is the 18th of the month, Monday, August 18, 2025, and we are back. Yes, we are too legit to quit. Anybody remember that, right? Too legit to quit. That's MC Hammer. And we are not quitting, okay? Whether the market is down or the market is up, we are here, okay? Because this is how we're gonna retire. This is how we're gonna live our best life is through these here dividends. I sound like a little countryman right now. Through these here dividends, okay? Now, of course, it's not all our portfolio did bad today, but you know what? Remember, guys, this is not financial advice. I am just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio and my portfolio loans, so do not take this as financial advice. Okay, guys, if you do, you do at your own free risk. Okay, guys, we got over 2,000 subscribers on our way to 3,000, and we are getting there gradually, guys. Okay, gradually. With that said, let's get down to business. Okay, hold on. Because like I always say, business is booming. And of course, we get a commercial. Let's do this real quick. All right, because I'm using this stuff for free. I'm not paying for this, not right now anyway. Guys, all right. So as you can see, another day that the big boys are down, right? Max 7, 4 of the 7 is down. Okay, but Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Costco, Netflix, Waste Management, all in the green. Okay, excluding ExxonMobil. CVX is in the red today. We have Meta, Broadcom, Google, AMD, Microsoft, Apple in the red today. Also Pepsi and Home Depot. Okay, guys. So if you invest in any one of these things, just know what's going on with your portfolio, right? Because a lot of the stuff I invest in here in the red. So of course the portfolio will be down to a point. But I mean, I'm an income investor. So, well, in my major portfolios anyway, I'm income investor. I got my growth portfolio. And I don't rely on my growth portfolio for income, right? Because that portfolio is for growth. That's for future use some day down the line. Or if I have issues, which I've had in the past with my portfolio and margins, then I pull money from my growth portfolio and put it into my margin account. Okay? All right, guys. Let's look at some crypto real quick. We're gonna brush through this today. As you can see, right, Bitcoin is down 0.9%. Ethereum is down 2.7%. Solana is down big time, 4.8%. XRP is also down 0.6%. BNB is down 0.8%. Okay, so a lot of things are down today, but guys, including my favorite Shiba Inu is also down. But if you are an investor, you know, on red days, these are the days we usually buy positions, right? Because you get them at a discount, especially things you believe in, right? So you get that at a discount. Okay, I'm saying that again. On red days, things that you believe in, usually they're going to be down. If they're not normally down, and you can buy them at a discount on red days when the market is red. Okay, and that go for crypto, that go for ETFs, that's go for stocks, whatever you want to buy. Okay, guys. So, you know, I'm just emphasizing that. Okay, so as you can see, during the day, my portfolio was down 0.51%, less than a percentage point, and after hours, we are back up to 0.13% after hours, which is good. If it recovers after hours, it is good. Okay. Because the market has been down anyway. Last week, we down 1.29%, right? Which is like $34.81. But the portfolio is still doing good. in the last 3 months, we're still up 1.89%. Okay, the last month, sorry, we're still up 1.89%. And in the last 3 months, we are up 9.29% in the last 3 months, okay? Now, if I go to a year, of course, it's going to be different because this account was initially transferred out of, and we are kind of starting over. So it's still climbing. If you can see, the difference in here. We are still climbing slowly but surely, okay? So at this point is where we are right now. It's showing that negative $19,000, right? But this is where we are right now. We're down $19,000. That's amazing, isn't it? But yeah, so let's keep it going. Let me see my chart swap. Chart swap is also down overall 15.44%. Now, what I have bought here in chart swap, I am going to hold on to this. I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to hold on to it and see if it recovers. Like I said, I was hoping it was going to recover today or tomorrow, or by Wednesday, depending on what HOOY is going to pay. Then we can sell out of it. If not, I'm going to hold on to it until the market recovers. This should recover anyway because the actual position is doing amazing, right? The parent stock, what they're pulling that HOOY out of, I mean PLTY out of, is down today by $3.14, but it is still value at $179. What am I looking at? $174.03. Okay, so I mean, it's not even half the price of the actual, PLTY positions, PLTR, right? Palantir Technologies. Okay, so I mean, there's still room to grow, but like I said, right now I'm going to hold on to this and see and wait till the end of the month because I'm not going to sell right now at a loss. I'm going to hold on to this because it usually recovers. And see if it's going to recover next month, then we're going to pull another, depending on what it pays also, we're going to pull another dividend from that and reinvest it back into the portfolio because whatever the dividend that I got, right, the money that I got from this, is still sitting here, okay? I haven't reinvested it, so it's still sitting here. So we're going to see if I'm going to throw that money back into this because my average cost per share is $77, and I have $1,000 sitting over here, so I can throw that in there and bring down my cost a little bit, and then wait until next time we get paid. Because it's pretty much the dividend I got from this $12,000, right? It's pretty much the dividend I got, so I can throw that money back in there, until the next time it gets paid, and then we go from there because it's gonna get paid again before my card notes due. So I'm in a good position. I believe I got to double check, right? We still got two more payments. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm gonna get paid again from this before my car payment is due. Let me double check that. The 5th. Yeah, I mean right around. It's close enough. It's close, like a day, the day off my car payment is due is when we're gonna get this payment, and I can decide if I'll pull the money out of here to make the payment or just do what I've done in the past, pull it from my other account to pay my car note because this is my car note account. Okay, this thing's supposed to pay for my car out of this $14,000, right? The actual market value right now is not 14,000, 12,000 something. But the actual market value right now is $11,000 because we're down $1,800 in this portfolio. Okay. All right, let's keep this thing going. So this is my Fidelity account. As you guys can see, today we did a little bit. We did a little good today. We got some returns back in the portfolio. We did almost 1% today in returns, right? In growth in the portfolio. And also I purchased more shares of MSTW I purchased more shares of MS HOOW, NVDW. I got some more XPay, PLTW, and I got some SDIV, SDIV. Okay, so I bought some more positions in my big boy portfolio, as I like to call it. So and I believe this positions are gonna be paying dividend this week anyway. I think it's on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I might not get the dividend for this week. If it's paying on Tuesday, I'm definitely not gonna get dividends because it's just birthday. I believe it pays on Wednesday. So if it pays on Wednesday, there's a chance that I might get dividend. I need to double check this because in the past I've never really paid attention to the little dividend because I had like less than a position or one share. So I really don't pay attention to it. But now that I'm adding more to these positions, it's time for me to start paying more attention to them and see how much it's gonna change my portfolio. Because like I said, I made a lot of changes to my other portfolio. Now in this portfolio, of course, I'm going to make more changes to this portfolio in the upcoming week. So I wait to see how things is going to pay, how things are going to recover. The market is bad right now, so you can't really. I don't want to make decisions on something that have a lot of money in it. So if I can hold for another week or two, and I can gain a couple of $1,000 in each of my positions, that would help as far as moving out of those positions a little bit at the time. So I got a couple of positions that's on the chopping block. Q was not Q. AIYY is one that I've been on the chopping block for a long time. I don't think it's going to recover to the to where it need to be right now. I think it was at $6. My average cost is like $6.36. Okay, right now it's at $2.93. So I have two positions. One that have margins, and I have another AIYY position that doesn't have margins. Now my positions without margins is up 0.65%, right? Which is not much, but I'm not losing money. No, that's the wrong place. It's up 6.93%. Sorry, it's up 6.93%, and I'm not losing on money on that position. I've only got 1,000 shares. Which I bought at $2.74, and right now it's at $2.93. So I'm hoping that if this thing can get back to $5 or above that, I have the feeling it might get back to $5 because it's going to be paying next week. So it might go back up a little bit more, and I hope the market continue to get better. Because if it doesn't, it's going to affect the income. And also going to affect, the amount of negative position I have. So, it's a big position, right? Half of the money is already gone. So I know it's funny, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Half of the money that I invested is already gone. That portfolio is down 53%. Okay, I'm down 53% in AIYY. And I just keep thinking, well, it's going to do better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. But it's not getting better. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? It's time to either cut the losses and put that money in something else that's going to give me that return back, so I can make my money back. So that's where I'm at right now. It's a process. It can be nerve-wracking, but I'll tell you guys, don't follow me, right? The goal here is to get you guys to start investing in your financial future, but not actually doing what I do. Okay, because I take sometimes unnecessary risk, but for me it's a learning process, right? It's a learning process. I know it's a tough way to learn, but everybody learn different, and it's a learning process for me. So I try my best not to do it intentionally. Believe me, it's not intentional. I'm not trying to lose money intentionally, but sometimes you have conviction that certain things are going to do right, and then you put your money in there, and then over time they start to go down. And for me, I'm like, you know what? It might come back. But I got that. I back to my old self. I'm like, you know what? That's too much of a loss anyway. So to be like, man, that's a lot of money. So now I'm back to my old self. The way, you know what? If it's going down too much, it's time to get out of it. Put that money into something else. Pretty much. Okay. So I'd rather be down 5 or 6 grand that I can make back from other positions in 3 to 4 months than losing it all, and then they're gonna take maybe a longer time to make the money back because now you fighting from the from the bottom. Okay, so guys, like I said, this is my strategy, and I'm not encouraging you guys to do that. All right, so in this portfolio, as you can see, I still have Misty in here. I got HOOY, I got PLTY, PLTW, HOOW, MSTW. That's the Round Hill funds and the funds from Yield Max. And I got some curve mixed into this. So I got a bunch of different, provider that, and this account does not have margins. So you can see I still have SCSD and O and ENB, Verizon, MO. So I still got a bunch of different companies in here, but of course not at the same level of the amount of positions that I have in here that's going to generate income. Even though this portfolio is very, very tiny. This is a tiny, tiny portfolio, barely $400, right? And with all that, we're still down $3 and change. And like I said, it's not bad. For me, I feel like it's a positive. But we're still down less than 1%. So that is good. And if I can keep that momentum up as I grow the portfolio and keep it under a percentage, that would be amazing. But the goal is to be on the positive side with all of the dividend and stuff that will come into the portfolio. All right, so let's look at my big boy portfolio. So of course the income have gone down because the actual value of the portfolio gone down because I sold a lot of things from my other portfolio. I sold a lot of things out of my other portfolio. Now I just got to deal with my big boy portfolio, my Fidelity account. I just got to deal with that to where what I'm just talking about is selling things out of it. This thing is showing 191. I mean, I think it's way less than that. Well, not way less. It's less than that, right? I think it's like 186. So I mean, it's still work in progress. Still got a lot of work to do. But keep in mind, guys, this account does not have my 401k. It does not have my Roth. It does not have my HSA, which are other retirement account that I have that does not show in here because, I mean, the HSA, I can pull that. I can use that for health reasons. If I got to go to the doctor, I can use that to pay my doctor bills and stuff like that. But I got one for my job and one personally. So I want to use the one for my job. I really don't use the personal one right now. I'm building that up. So, I mean, that's another form of retirement account that can just take care of your medical bills. If you got to go to the doctor, pay a deductible, or pay, especially if you're living outside the country, if you have to pay insurance annually out of your pocket, you can use that account, the HSA, to pay, for your expenses. So, all of my accounts right now, except for my Fidelity account, is pretty much under control. This account is the only one that is not under control. And of course, this thing haven't updated yet. It's still showing update from the 16th. And sometimes I do it automatically, and sometimes it doesn't. So, but that's where we are. Let me see. All right, this one already updated. This one I haven't updated yet either. And then Robinhood haven't updated. So we try to update it and see if they change any. But of course, this thing gonna do its own thing. And the cash coming into the portfolio for this month so far is saying $36,000. We have received $25,000 already into the portfolio. Like I said, this number, $10,000 coming back in the rest of the month. I'm for sure that we're gonna be able to generate $10,000 or $12,000, whatever that number is, to get the 36. So I'm under the strong suspicion that we would be closer to $40,000, if possible. But it's a work in progress, guys. It's a work in progress, slow motion, and we're gonna get there. All right. The income for the 10 years, you can see is back up to 9.9 million. Was it at 9.9 million? It was at 10.1 down. So, but the 2-year mark, and you can see in 10 years, the portfolios will be valued at 28 million. Now, a $28 million portfolio in 10 years, that's amazing, okay? That is crazy amazing. Well, all of the changes I'm making to the portfolio is still changing, right? And then in 5 years, of course, guys, remember, you see how the number is different? In 5 years, this thing generating like 4 million, right? In 10 years, it's generating $28 million. Okay? That is crazy. So I tell you guys all the time, it's not timing to see, oh, the market's going to go up today, you buy something, the market's going to go down there, you buy something. No. It's the time your money is invested into the market. That time gives you more money the more you invest, especially into dividend producing funds, okay? The longer you have stuff invested into dividend producing funds, the more money you get at the end of that, right? If you go in 5 years, you know. So watch this. If I flip this over to 15 years, you see that 15 years? Additional 10 years, that thing went from 9 million to 39 million. That's an extra $30 million in 10 years, just by adding 5 years on top of that 10 years. That is crazy. Okay, so in additional 5 years, we're going to add additional $30,000 to that 9 million. Now people are like, what are you talking about? Okay, we're going to go back 10 years, 9.9 million. If we say we're going to go to 15 years, that's an additional 5 years, right? 39 million. That's an additional 30 million with additional 5 years, but it's a 15-year period, right? Excuse me. And if you look at the ending value of the portfolio, $131 million. Guys, I am, how do I say, I'm trying to say it nicely, but I am a poor person. I'm not poor now, but, and I was, well, no, that's not even sound right? My family was never poor. I come from a well-to-do family, but a lot of circumstances changed the trajectory of my life and my siblings' life. So we pretty much have to start over, okay? So for me to do this after starting over, when I say starting over, that means you lose everything, right? Not like you go on bankruptcy and you still got your family member. No, that means you pack up a backpack and you leave and move to another country, right? And when you leave and move to another country, all you leave your house with is a backpack because you're running away for your life, okay? And then what? 20 years later, 30 years later, you're a grown man now and you become a millionaire, right? Because it's that mindset of I can do it and having target points. I should have been a millionaire at 35. That was my goal, 35. But maybe at that point in time, and I think that happened for a reason, even though the market crashed, the housing market crashed. But if I had become a millionaire at that age, maybe I wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do now, because I was sure it was going to happen, right? And I was like, I just need to do another year or 2 more years, and with the amount of properties that I have, my net worth will be over $1 million, and my income will be over $100,000. Right? That's all I was focused on, right? I wasn't trying to protect myself. Like now, stuff happened, I can be like, okay, well, I need to fix this. There's a mistake. I need to fix this. So when it happened again, I don't have to deal with the same issue, right? Even though it's not a long period of time before it happened again, and I'm still in that bubble, but I already know the mistakes. That's the difference between now and when I was a real estate investor back then, right? I was only buying. I was like, I didn't care. Like, okay, I wasn't thinking about like, man, I'm making money. I'm gonna pay the mortgage. I'm gonna grow this stuff out. Somebody else is gonna pay the mortgage. But that part in my head never said, but what happened if that person can't pay the mortgage? Okay. And back then, I mean, part of the stuff was me, right? I wasn't really out there promoting the properties to get the best tenants, doing the proper, investigation, background check and stuff like that that I do now when I move somebody into my units. I wasn't doing that back then. Somebody come to give me the information, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, you feel like you got some good energy, and I just go through with it, right? But that was just me, the kind of personality I have. Until when you get had a few times, you change, right? You learn. So me being here right now, it's a big step. It's a big step, right? To be in a family that all of my siblings, we are all successful in our own right? Some people are nurses, other people are electrical engineers, some people retired, some people administration of universities or schools or or school districts and stuff like that. Different line of work, but everybody is successful. It's not one day that I can remember in the past years that any of my siblings called me and say, "Yo, bro, I need to borrow $100." Now I've done that with my brother once, and he even asked me nothing. He just sent me the money because he's like, "Yeah, this fool asking me for money, he really need it." But that's the blessing, right? That's the blessing of that hard work to get to where I'm at now. So that's what I'm telling you guys. It took me 5 years to get here. So where do you think I'm going to be in 10 years? Okay? And right now, I'm just trying to push my income to $30,000 to $60,000. And with the state of my portfolio, I'm like, you know what? 40 grand a month, 50 grand a month is great. 60 grand a month is amazing. That would increase the income across the board, but just a little bit, right? And me moving out of the country, not needing all the money that I need now to live, right? If I sell this house, life would be greater, but of course, I'm thinking about the future and other things that I'm trying to do. It's just like I need to hold on to it. But imagine if I didn't have this house. Guys, I just got a tax bill, $6,000 plus for tax bill due next in 2 months. Okay, so I mean, and I just one. I got other tax bills coming, and for the properties that I paid off, I got those coming too. I'm not really want to see that because I got to pay that out of my pocket. So that's like something else. But overall, those things are making money. They're paying for themselves. Okay, it might take a little bit, but it still pays for itself. Okay, guys, so remember, guys, you got to invest in your future. Look for what works for you. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't listen to people saying, oh, man, you're going to lose your money. Yeah, everybody lose money. You lose money in a lot of ways. You give it away. You spend it out on people that is ungrateful. We all lose money that you never get back, no matter what. You borrow money to people and be like, yo, I'm going to pay you back, and you never get that back. If you go back and add all those funds in your lifetime, you lost thousands of dollars that you would never, ever get back. Right? And those same people, if you was to make it a day, they're going to be there asking you for money. Right? That's why when people ask me for money, like, yo, can you borrow me this? I think about that. I'm like, man, if I didn't have it and I come to you and ask you, will you give it to me? And if they can honestly say, yeah, I will give it to you, then sometimes I might be like, you know what? I can lose $200. Because if you give money to somebody, there's a big chance that you would never get that money back. So I always tell them, I was like, look, I can teach you how to make that money, but I'm not going to give it to you, even though now you need it more than me teaching you. But you can, you can take the lesson, you can watch these videos, ask questions, and you might not need to borrow money anymore. For me, I just move money around my portfolio. When I need to pay something, I just move money around my portfolio in my accounts just to balance stuff out. And that works because I don't keep cash. Something got to be paid. I'm like, okay, what I need to do. And now with my cash management account, money goes in there. They do what they need to do, pay bills. But also money going between that and my actual Fidelity account that I pay my stuff out of right now. So of course, this whole process is amazing. This whole process is amazing. It's just in one account. I can just move stuff in between there, and that's it. And at some point, I would love to have my entire paycheck to go into my investment account. At some point, I would like to do that. Put all my entire paycheck in my investment account, and then whatever need to be paid goes down to my cash management account with distribution or dividends that's already in my cash management account. So if I can get my cash management account to $2,000 a month, of course that's enough to live, in Colombia. So any other money or any other accounts that I have, it won't even matter. Okay, guys? I hope you guys understand the process, right? I come here every single day to try to motivate you guys to invest in your future. Market's down, market's up. It's not a problem. Put your money in the right things. Yes, I get losses and stuff like that. I share that with you too. So it's not like, oh, I don't want to talk about stuff that, no. I don't even talk about accounts that are even doing good, because I don't even talk about them. If something making money, like my JebQ accounts, I'm up like $4,000 in each one of them. JebQ, I'm up $4,000 each. I don't talk about that because it's making money, and it's a smaller part of my portfolio. But at some point, the goal is to increase those funds in those portfolio, because I'm trying to bring my portfolio from that 90% down to that 20-30% range. So, and when you have enough money in your account, I don't need a lot to live off of. That 20% is great. Okay, so as the portfolio get bigger, I'm diversifying to a lower amount so I can keep my portfolio safer. Okay, guys, if you don't get it, I don't know what else to tell you. Invest in your future. Live to fight another day, and you're gonna be fine. Okay, that's it. You're gonna be fine. Because the income coming in, we generated $8,500 this week. Last week, and we're gonna see how much. I have no idea how much money we're gonna generate this coming week in the portfolio. Okay, but we're gonna find out. I know Wednesday I'm gonna get money in my portfolio. Thursday I'm gonna get money in my portfolio, and Friday I'm gonna have money in my portfolio. So, that's even better. That's even better, right? And you guys know my thing. I just need $100 each from my positions. So if I got $100 each coming from these 100-some positions I have, I'm in good shape. Of course, some of them paying $7,000, $8,000, but that's the whole idea. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. Peace out.